All right, family. It's time to get excited. This is the last day with David Goggins and Can't Hurt Me. It's been a great read, actually. I got great energy, great ideas, great perspectives from his experiences and what he shared in the book. My last three insights is we shut down October Can't Hurt Me. We get paid to read these books. All right, so over here on page 271, now he's talking about his first platoon. So he finished Navy, Bud's Navy training or Bud school to become a Navy SEAL. So when he finishes his first assignment, I guess in the Navy SEALs they call it first platoon would be you got to be there at least 2 years, then you go to second platoon, third, then you move on up. So his first platoon is basically his first assignment. So he's getting in there, he's excelling in everything and all of the basic day-to-day assignments. After he gets his evaluation, it's good, but then his OIC kind of pulls him to the side and starts talking about he doesn't feel like David does a good job hanging around the team outside of regular work hours. He wanted him to be one of the boys, so to speak. So listen to this on page 271. He says, you know, Goggins, you'd understand the job a little better if you hung out with the guys more. That's when I learned most about operating in the field, hanging with the boys, hearing their stories. It's important to be part of the group. Now listen to this. He says his words were a reality check that hurt. Clearly the OIC and probably some of the other guys thought I was a little different. Of course I was. Now listen to this. He says, I came from effing nothing. I didn't get recruited in a Naval Academy. I didn't even know where the F Cambridge was. I wasn't raised around pools. I had to teach myself to swim. I shouldn't even have been a SEAL, but I made it and thought that made me part of the group. But now I realize I was part of the teams, but not the brotherhood. Teammates, so basically he's feeling offended because he's not the same as everyone. The guy that was his OIC had gone to the Naval Academy. He wasn't unbelievable, grew up swimming and all this stuff. David didn't come from that background. He came, obviously you read the first part of the book, he was basically hazed and harassed and brutal background. So, but my point is, it doesn't matter where you're from and how you start, it's how you finish. Teammates, and you want to be in an environment. That's one reason why I love entrepreneurship and being in business. My future is not based upon whether this person above me likes me or wants to promote me. I'm not hoping I get a promotion from this person. I love entrepreneurship because I can get out and literally craft my own story every day. Love that. All right, now go on over here to point 2. Now he's basically reflecting on his experience at first platoon, his first job after becoming a SEAL. So now he says, after my first evaluation, I started studying other branches in the military and read up on their special forces. Navy SEALs like to think that we're the best of them all, but I wanted to see for myself. I suspected all other branches employed a few individuals who stood out in worse environments. Now listen to this. This is my point. He said, I was on a hunt to find and train with those guys because I knew they could make me better. Plus, I read that Ranger Army School was known as one of the best, if not the best leadership schools in the entire military. Teammates, you got to hunt for winners, to get around winners so you can get better. That's the point. You got to hunt them. You got to find them. Join the school. Join the training class. Seek them out. Find people that you can learn from. All right, last point, and I'm going to let y'all go. And we're going to wrap up David Goggins, brother. It's been fun. Now, here we go over here on page 3. He says, so he did finally get into Ranger School after requesting to go 7 times. It finally moved up and up and up and up till somebody in leadership said yes, he could go. So now he's in Ranger School, and listen to this. He says, for me, the physical punishment was more than manageable, but the way I went about accomplishing these physical tasks had shifted. Listen to this, because he's growing in his leadership. In BUDS, which is SEAL School, I had always led my boat crews, often with tough love, but in general, I didn't care how the guys in the boat crews were doing or if they quit. Now, obviously, that's poor leadership. This time, I wasn't just putting out. I was also looking after everybody. If I saw someone having trouble with navigation, patrolling, keeping up on a run, or staying awake all night, I made sure we all rallied together to help. Not everybody wanted to. The training was so difficult that when some guys weren't on the clock being graded, they did the bare minimum and found opportunity to rest and hide. Teammates, my point is, leadership is intentional. You have to care. Leadership requires caring, which is probably a better way to say it. Leadership requires that you care because you want everybody to grow. It's not about you scoring, it's how many people on your team score. It's not about you winning, how many people on your team winning. That is a huge mindset shift for most people. Love you guys. This has been great. We're going to start a new book tomorrow when we run this play again.